Hey y'all, it's your girl GL Douglas.
It's your boy Bill the Billionaire, and this is Before the Spotlight.
I'm about that grind. I'm about that hustle. I'm about that work before the spotlight. I'm about that grind. I'm about that hustle. I'm about that work before the spotlight. I'm about that grind. I'm about that hustle. I'm about that work before the spotlight. I'm about that grind. I'm about that hustle. I'm about that work before the spotlight. Before the spotlight.
So listen, we got another great show in store for us. Yes. I think the people, it's gonna be a little different because this spotlight is already in the spotlight.
Right, but so what?
But it's all good because they here to get ahead and show us how we can get into the spotlight.
Exactly.
But you know what we got to get into our spotlight question of the day. That's where y'all send us a question and we get ahead and answer it the best we can to get and help y'all out. So if you want to get ahead and send in your questions, you can send those questions in to beforethespotlighttv@gmail.com and we will get ahead and read your question right here on the show. So here's the first question. Okay. Dear GL and Bill, when traveling, how important is it to change your set to the city that you were in?
Oh, that is a great question. As a comedian who does travel, I specifically write so that my set can be universal. I try to keep it as universal as possible because I have firsthand seen, in particularly New York comics who write for New York, and then when they take that on the road, it doesn't hit. Gotcha. Because if you're in Florida and they don't have a subway and they don't know about, you know, how the path and everything like that, they can't relate to it.
They can't relate. They're looking like, what's a boon doom?
Right.
Like, I get it.
I mean? Or, you know, they don't have a lot of homeless men. Like, they don't know that.
Do that again? Okay. Okay, I get it.
So, as a comedian, I try to be universal. Even when I first started, I always just wanted to be universal so that no matter where I went, if I was here, if I was in the Bahamas, if I was in Florida, my material is something that can relate to everybody.
I know, I agree with that same thing because, like, I want to be able to travel everywhere with my stuff. And, like, a lot of y'all don't know, there's a lot of people that have been traveling with the same set for 20-something years and doing the same joke and getting money on the same joke they've been doing for 20 years and traveling all around the world. But the thing what's important is I feel like to let the city know if you're able to do it. Everybody's not one of those freestyle type of comedians. Right. So when I go out of town, I start to, you know, go around seeing certain things about their cities and stuff like that. And that's something I'm touching on the top of the show. Right. You know what I mean? So they can get ahead, yo, what's wrong with y'all trains out here if they got trains? So it's something that they can relate to, you know? So it's really important to talk about things they can relate to. And then after that, I'm getting into my regular set because now I got y'all know I did my research and now I can get ahead and jump right in. So I don't really have to get ahead and, you know, jump around with it that way. So I think that was a good question.
That was a very good question.
Definitely a good question. But people, as y'all know, if y'all want to get ahead and send in any questions, y'all can send in those questions to beforethespotlighttv@gmail.com and we'll get ahead and read them right here. But now it's time for our guest. It's time for our guest. Are you ready?
I'm always excited for the guest.
You excited for everybody, but I'm excited too. So let's go ahead and get into the first guest.
Check this out. Check this out.
All right, people, you know what time it is. We got our guest here today. This guest means something special to me. It's my family, but y'all might know him as the producer, songwriter. You know, now he's in the liquor. Not like he got a problem, but he got his own liquor out right now. But he's here right now. I need y'all to get and put your hands together for my man. Hasan is in the building. Hasan, what's going on, man? What's going on, brother? Word? Yeah, boy. Tell me the other way so the people can see the bottle.
Come out and play.
Tell us about the bottle. What you got going on here, man?
We doing the liquor first?
Yeah, I mean, it's here.
Oh, yeah. All is good, man. Things are good. We have I released Cabernet and a Merlot a couple years ago that did very, very well. So then we jumped onto one of my favorite drinks of choice. Tequila.
He said tequila.
So this is one of the rare ones that we're gonna sell exclusively through the website. And if you go to certain shows, you can get it or certain events, but it won't be the vodkas in stores and stuff like that. But the tequila is exclusively through www.hasanlc.net.
Okay. So can we get about it?
It's called Legato, which means legacy.
Nice.
That's the fun. I was gonna ask, like, what does that mean?
No, let me tell you, it was funny though. When we first did the deal, and we was creating and we was getting it ready, I go home to my family. You know how tight our family is. So I'm sitting there like, yo, got the tequila's coming, so and so. They're like, what are you gonna name it? I held my hand up, legato. My niece said, don't that mean cat? That don't mean no damn cat. So I guess there's another way that you could pronounce it in some way. But legato, look it up. It means legacy. Okay. Legacy. Okay. And I brought 2 bottles. We also have a strawberry margarita that has the legato in it. But I'm so sorry that I'm in town for just a week and I don't have any more with me, but I did bring you guys a bottle of peace.
Look, thank you. Jill, give me that. You don't drink. But thank you. We got some legato here with us now.
No problem.
But thank you for being here on Before the Spotlight.
Anything for you.
But before we get ahead and get into it, tell the people a little bit about yourself and what you started out doing, and we can get ahead and take it from there.
When I was 17 years old, I started writing music. I didn't start producing until I was like 23, but I actually wanted to go to school for art. I used to draw.
Okay.
And that was my plan. I wanted to go to college for art. I was a cartoonist, and I was cocky. I was nice with the pen. Nice. I was nice with mine. And then my brother-in-law, before he became my brother-in-law, I've known him since I was around 10 years old. I did a talent show, and as a joke, we did like a parody of a LL Cool J song. It was a joke, and he heard it, and he was like, yo, that was great. Blah, blah, blah. So he goes, yo, I'm thinking about pulling you in to write for this artist. It was a group called the Fat Boys back in the day. Yes. And he goes, yo, I want you to write for the guy Marky D. He's leaving the group. I said, Mama, I'm born and raised in Brownsville, Brooklyn. I was like, write for somebody else? I ain't writing for nobody. Then he told me you can make money from it. I was like, okay, so what I gotta do? So I ended up writing for Mark, and it ended up working out so well. I ended up working at 17 going on 18, I ended up doing Marky D, Mary J. Blige, Father MC, Jodeci, Heavy D, mostly all Uptown Records.
Nice.
And I started working, and things just, God's will, things just fell into place. And I've been doing it ever since.
Nice.
So it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
Wow. Well, so having that background and seeing like the state of music now, like where are you still writing for these artists, or are you working with new artists that are out now, or?
I work with a bunch of new artists, but I do a lot of ghostwriting. I've been working with Puff since I was like 18.
Okay.
And I did a lot of ghostwriting, certain things I can't say contractually, but I've done a lot of ghostwriting, but still doing it. I'm still a writer for CRE, that's Corey Rooney Entertainment. We've done Jennifer Lopez, Mariah Carey, Destiny's Child. Who else was it? Mark Anthony.
I was like, I wasn't there, but I'm like this.
Yeah. So yeah, we've done a lot. I never even knew that I could actually write songs. I used to write, like, I was a poet, like poetry. You sitting home, you write poetry, and they used to hear the words and like, yo, we could put this to music and so on. I'm like, really? Right. And things just transpired, but I still do it. But what I learned from Puff was I got into just different branding, like use your time when things are going well to start to put yourself into other things, next ventures. So I got like a signature tie line, I got a women's fragrance, a men's fragrance, I got some, I should have brought y'all some. I got my own socks now. I should have brought you some. I got you.
Nah, the mailbox work. You can still send
I got you.
I
got you. Yeah.
So now let me ask you a question. Now, you doing all this kind of stuff. I know you are heavily involved with the NBA. Been doing All-Star Weekend mixtape forever.
About 17 years.
And doing all that. And now you into the Marvel stuff. Now you doing stuff for the movie. Like, how'd you get into all those venues and stuff like that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I owe all that to an actor named Danny Aiello. Danny Aiello was in like The Godfather Part 2, Harlem Nights, Do the Right Thing, and one day, and I'm not sure if you were with me. Yep. One day we were doing. Remember, I forgot what year the tsunami happened. Remember that whole the thing with tsunami. So all the artists were getting together doing a project for the victims of the tsunami. So they asked me to come in, and I redid a John Mayer song, and put a rap to it and blah blah blah. So we did a remix of a John Mayer song. We're in the studio, and I'm walking out, and I see like these, like, I won't say gangster, but you know, they got the
The
shiny
old- the
suits
old
on.
Italian dudes.
Yeah, the Italian dudes. So I'm walking out, and somebody, just like in gangster fashion, somebody walked by and go, which one of yous are in charge?
That's
So now I'm sitting there like, oh shit. Okay, I'm sorry, I cursed. Oh, I'm sorry. So I'm like, uh-oh. My engineer walks past me and go, him? I'm like, word? I'm like, yo, word? So he ended up, so Danny walks out. He's like, yo, I'm here with Danny Aiello. He's a singer. I never knew all these years that Danny sang.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, beautiful voice too. You know, like a Frank Sinatra
yeah.
and stuff like that. So Danny comes to me. He goes, I'd love for you to come in and hear what I'm doing. I walk in and hear what he's doing. He hears what I did, and he goes, I got an idea. He goes, I hate rap music, but I love you. I can understand every word you say. It's just I can hear you, and I think you're great. He called me his black Shakespeare. He's like, yo. So I was like, really? We got so cool. He was like a second dad to me. And one day we was working on a project, and he looked at me. And he just goes, you have the capability to take this even further than what you're doing. So I'm like, really? He said, you need to get into branding and get into like doing stuff for film, stuff like that, not just soundtracks. So he started taking me places. I started pitching different ideas. That's how I got with the NBA. I worked with Adidas. I worked with Nike. And we were just doing music for them. But all that I owe to him. He passed away 2 years ago. And I love him, and I thank him to this day. I said, his name will never be forgotten if it's up to me. Because God blessed me, but he changed my whole path. Right. He changed, like I got into so many just different things because of him. Right. You know what I mean? So, but that's how I got into the whole film and TV stuff like that and Marvel. Like we just did, what's the name? WandaVision. Okay. That was the first series from Marvel. WandaVision, and we're doing the I Am Groot one now. Okay. So we're either doing the music to the actual show, or we do the marketing music when you see it on the screen. It's like all the music in the background. We do that. And I'm a Marvel fanatic, so they asked me to do something for some superheroes. I was like, what? Easy. So yeah, so that's how I got into it.
Okay.
That's amazing. Yeah. And I think it's so important because I'm an educator. I'm a teacher by day, and I think it's so important because a lot of times we just try to educate our kids and we're like telling them, oh, you could be a doctor, you could be a lawyer, you can. Yes, all of that is great. But I do think they need to see that there's so many other things. If you love Marvel, if you love superheroes, if you love TV, if you love gaming, there's so many things that you can get into. So my question to you is, what would you say to that young person that, they don't know how to get into it, but they want to get into like the background? They don't necessarily want to be in front of the camera, but...
Okay. I'm gonna try to keep this as brief as possible.
Okay.
Because this would be kind of long.
Okay.
So I'm trying to keep it brief as possible. What you see what a lot of these young kids are doing now, it's so impressive. Like they're making their own movies with iPhones and they're doing things. I believe if you want it bad enough, you can make it happen. But you just gotta listen. Like, how can I put this? There's so how you chase your dream nowadays is so much easier than how it used to be. The World Wide Web is it's like, yo, you just Google stuff and you can just meet somebody or just chop it up. It's just about how bad you want it. People, like these kids or adults, they got so much talent, but I feel, and I used to go speak before COVID. I used to speak at music seminars all over. The problem that I had with it is, I meet so many people that go, God gave me this talent, and I know that something's gonna happen with it because he's gonna leave. And I go, no, that's not how it works. God gave you the gift. He gave you that talent. He chose you. He gave you that gift. His job is done. Right. It's up to you to make it happen. And if you don't make it happen, you disrespecting the gift that God gave you. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't going just, okay, so not only did I give you this incredible talent, now I'm going to place you in this situation. No, you got to work for that. You got to show him, you go, you know what? I see what you gave me. I'm going to make it happen. When I found out that I had a writing talent, I was like, my family moved to Jersey. I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. The studio was in Laurelton, Queens. I was taking a train from Jersey City, New Jersey to Queens and not making no money yet. Because they thought they saw something in me. And I said, you know what, if they see it, something could come out of this. So I just started going back and forth, taking trains and the dollar vans and stuff like that. So my thing with the kids is, it's like, listen, if you want it bad enough and you really, really want it, you gotta put your foot to the ground and don't let someone tell you can't do it. Because I'm a firm believer in what's been proven to me over the last 15, 20 years, you could do whatever you put your mind to. See, people sit there and they go, well, it's easy for you to say. No, it ain't.
Right.
You know where I come from. Brownsville, Brooklyn. They once I got into it, they told my mother I didn't have a shot. They was like, he's wasting his time.
Wow.
He's and
Look at me now, mama.
you know what I'm saying?
We good.
And watch it, and the same people are going like this to my mom and my aunt, to like Aunt Lois, and they going, well, I got a friend in the choir who can sing. you think that you can listen to the? I'm like, really?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't hold grudges against it. I just go, I truly believe in my heart that if you put your mind to it and you check resources and don't let your pride get in the way. If you gotta ask somebody for something, reach out and put in the call. Yo, you think you could plug me in? So and so, so and so, so and so. Because my talent is gonna speak for itself.
Right.
But sometimes everyone needs help.
Right. Exactly.
But in the world that we live in now with social media, you try to act like you're so bigger than what you are, and you don't want to ask. You, man, after everything that I've done in my career, I'll still call, yo, Bill, yo, look, you know anybody who worked for so and so?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm trying to get up in there.
Right.
But that's how you do it. Puff still do it.
Right.
I've sat there. This dude, how much could he possibly be worth? I can't say how much he's worth, but he's still asking for favors. Yo, listen, I need to get over there.
Yeah.
Right.
Because he knows what he brings to the table. That's all I'm saying. You just got to work for it.
No, that's
Speaking of Jersey City, that's where I teach.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Dixon Mills. That's what I'm that father MC at Dixon Mills. Like,
Oh my God.
Yes, I like.
Oh,
that.
I wrote all of his big records. I wrote those records.
Did you do for
yeah.
me that
I wrote
I'll
it.
do?
Yeah, I wrote it. Yeah.
he said, yo,
Look,
oh, you said he said,
I wrote it.
he said like this. Yep, wrote
Yeah,
it.
right. But I'm gonna just tell you one last thing, a funny thing about him. Always, to all you people out there, know your worth. Nothing disrespect the father. That's my dude. But when I was writing all the songs and he first asked me to do it, I literally remember him telling me, we were walking down the steps and he's like, yo, I like what you're doing. He goes, I was young. He goes, yo, I might have you write some stuff for me, and you could make like $200. I said, $200? I get $200. Like, that's easy. Like, you know, but he tried to beat me in my head with that. But it's a part of the business. It is what it is. He thought maybe he could get a bargain.
Yeah.
But know your worth.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, this has definitely been dope interview, and people, I want to let y'all know this is a little different because I'm not gonna lie, he already in the spotlight. We just had him come here and tell y'all what y'all need to do to get there. So it's all right. That's why I'm just rubbing shoulders with you. And you know, if you need some help, group needs some help. You need some voiceovers, some comics. Me and Jill got you.
He lucky we ain't got no time because I can tell you stories.
Now, listen, but look, we do got time for one thing.
Okay,
we got time for a game. We're gonna play a game, okay?
Okay.
And it was crazy that you said something about poetry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Poetry, that you a writer. That's what you do. Bars.
Oh, Lord.
So we're gonna play this game people call Poetic Justice, okay?
Poetic Justice.
So me and GL are gonna read some lyrical poetry.
Right.
That are like, it's songs from an artist.
Right.
But we're gonna read it as we're poets.
That's
You
right.
have to tell us what artist it is.
Yeah. And the
Oh,
song.
come on.
Yes.
We gonna get ahead.
Yeah,
So
my-
look, I'm gonna get ahead and take my phone out.
Okay, I'm gonna pull
G,
up
you gonna
mine.
take yours out? Okay.
Yes, hold on. I'm excited.
Do I win anything if I get it?
Yes, you can come back. When we pop like this. Okay.
Okay.
Who's
All right,
first?
I'm first.
Okay.
Excuse me. Snap fingers. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Back to get wrecked. All respect to hoes who break their neck to keep those hoes in check. Cause hoes, they sweat a brother majorly. I don't know why your girl keeps paging me. She tries to tell me she needs me, cries when she leaves me, and every time she sees me, she squeezes me. Lady, take it easy. Who is that?
Who is that?
Poetic Justice.
Who is that? Come on now.
I know the song. Oh, wait a minute.
Come
Take
on.
it easy.
Come on, man.
I'm so done.
Come on. You don't know who that is?
I know. I can't.
Come
think
on,
of
you
the-
don't know who that is? You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead, GL. Let them know who it is.
Tupac. I get it.
And that's my favorite rapper.
Come on, man.
Yo, I was saying. You never guess what I was thinking.
What was you gonna
I'm
say?
thinking the way it was Robert. I was going. I know the words, and that's my favorite artist of all time. And I'm sitting there going, I'm about to go Rex in Effect. My bad. Oh, my bad. My bad.
All right, you ready now?
Legato. It was a little sip of legato.
It was a
That's
little
the
sip of
problem.
legato. Okay.
That's right.
Because these bottles are closed, so I guess you got something in the back, in the green room.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Good dudes. I know you love me like cooked food. Even though a nigga got moved like a crook move. We was together on the block since free lunch. We should have been together having 4 seasons brunch. We used to use umbrellas to face the bad weather. So now we travel first class to change the forecast. Never in bunches, just me and you. I loved your point of view cause you held no punches. Still, I left you for months on end.
Okay, I was gonna ask something real quick. I know we on time. Can I just name the artist or I gotta name the song?
You can name the artist.
That's Jay-Z.
You sure?
Love you like cooked food. Yes! Yeah, I know. Yo, I'm the worst when it comes to the song. I'm the worst, man.
Yo,
Yes.
look, all right, fine. I was mad that you didn't get the Tupac.
I know, Tupac.
Because I'm be honest, I was mad you didn't get the Tupac. But look,
Damn, I can't.
Yo,
I disrespected Pac big time. My bad, bro.
Yo, definitely. But
My bad.
we got to thank you for coming on the
Yes,
show,
and
man.
thank you
no
for
problem.
being a good sport.
Yeah,
No problem,
Playing
no
up
problem.
game.
Yeah, because you're the first one that failed. You made our family look bad. Like, look, come on, man.
I'm so sorry.
I told her, I said, yo, he love Pop. He gonna get that.
If y'all have quoted Biggie, I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'd have said that easy.
Yo, but before we get out of here, please let the people know where they can get ahead and follow you and your websites, where they can buy the legato. Get my legato bottle.
Billy yells at me because he says that I'm not social media savvy enough, so I'm going to try to do better now. So Instagram is at Hasan LC. Hasan, Hasan, L is in love, C is in child. If you want to go online to read more about me and to hear some of the music and to purchase some of the products, it's www.hasanlc.net. People be hitting me talking about, man, you should have a .com. It was taken. There was nothing I could do about it. .net, and if you could click on anything, bio, music, store, and you go to the store, you see the t-shirts, the tequila, the wine, and all that. And I appreciate all you guys, and I appreciate you guys for having me.
No, thank you for taking your time out to visit us at Before the Spotlight, even though you were already in the spotlight.
You know what I'm saying? You in the light. You in the light.
Well, Billy said he buying me dinner. That's why I came.
Oh, okay.
Yep, people, well, that was it. That was Hasan, and he's been great. Here, you can have your liquor back. You probably gonna charge me for this too. But look, this is Before the Spotlight. This is Hasan. That's GL, and we here. And then thank y'all. Hasan, thank you.
I appreciate it.
Check this out. Check this out.
Oh my gosh, Bill, that was awesome.
And we got some liquor.
We got liquor.
Yeah, listen.
I'm not even a big drinker.
I know, that's why I was like, but your husband goes, it's smooth, and I'm not even a tequila drinker,
Okay.
but I'm not gonna lie, I had some of this with the strawberry margarita. Make sure y'all go to the site and get the strawberry margarita, and it already has some legato in it.
Okay.
So you mix that thing up, those some strawberries blended. Ooh, summer fashion, I'm telling you, it's different. But thank you, Hasan, for coming through.
Yes.
We appreciate you dropping these jewels and us getting to know some of the music that we listen to that we thought it was theirs. And
Right.
we done wrote.
Too bad he ain't know Tupac.
Yeah, how he ain't know
I get around. Tupac gets
I
around.
get around. Come on now.
But listen, guys, thank y'all so much for tuning in week after week to Before the Spotlight. And listen, if you know an artist that's up and coming, email us. Let us know. Put us on game.
Send it to us before the spotlight TV at Gmail. Make sure you send it to us because look, they can be sitting right here with us. We need to see them before they pop.
Exactly.
You know, and then when after they pop, they won't charge us as much.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But look, it's been a great show, and I'm Bill the Billionaire.
And I'm GL Douglas.
And this is Before the Spotlight. See y'all next week.
I'm about that grind. I'm about that hustle. I'm about that work. Before the spotlight. I'm about that grind. I'm about that hustle. I'm about that work. Before the spotlight. I'm about that grind. I'm about that hustle. I'm about that work. Before the spotlight. I'm about that grind. I'm about that hustle. I'm about that work. Before the spotlight.
Feel that fit.